Hopefully you guys can hear me well. I say this every single stream, but I always change up my microphone things because I always hear back at them, and they always seem a little bit off. Um, but I'm just gonna hear that right now before we actually fully start. Um, but it should be fine. I think it should be okay. I think I changed it to like a good amount, but let's see. Can you not hear me? Why can't you hear me? Is my microphone not on? Hello? I think my microphone's on. Yo, can you not hear me? I think it just... Hi, I can hear you, but I raised the volume up. That's so weird. I couldn't hear myself at all. I can hear myself now. That's so weird. Maybe because I put the volume so it would set it. Oh, maybe because the beginning, hey guys, Tower Climber here was too loud. You sound as loud as the OST in the background. I'm gonna put the OST down a little bit though. That's true. I'm gonna put it a little bit down. I'm gonna put it a little bit down. I'm gonna put myself a little bit more up. Just a bit. How does that sound? I don't know. Sorry for not doing this for like 2 days. I had a lot of stuff come up. Won't get into it here because not a time or place. A bunch of personal stuff came up, and yeah, Tower God had to take a back seat for a little bit. But now we're here, and now we're gonna do the new chapter. I'm going to see how it sounds now. I turned on the OST. Loud and clear. Great. Cool. Cool. Oh, yeah. Now it sounds good. Cool. Great. Yeah. So, I don't want to waste too much time because I do still gotta work on other projects that I need to do. So I won't make this a 2-hour stream like last time, although it was fun. I won't probably be doing that again. Depends on the chapter, though. I've heard my friends have been hyping this up for a long time, and they've been killing me because they know I took a break, so they wanted to personally torture me by telling me like, "Yo, this is so hype. This is the hypest chapter," or like, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm excited now." But let's let's just go to the reaction panel. I think it should be all good for right now. All right, let's do this. All right, let's start to do a recap because I need it myself because I forgot. It was a long chapter last time, and I forgot most of what happened except for like the big moments and obviously like the interactions and stuff I had with you guys. So I need to recap myself. Let's see. Am I in the right window? Yeah, everything should be good. I turned off my camera. Okay. There you go. Wow, that was embarrassing. Is that I have my camera setting right above the window capture, so like I just turned off my camera. Okay, let's do this. All right, so everything good. Let me just see if the window capture is doing it. I'll be here while eating dinner, so I might not comment much. No problem, Haku. It's fine. Whenever you can comment, feel free to, but don't worry about it. I'm happy you're here though. Thank you for the support and everything. Yeah, everything's working. So I'll be here. I've chatted my side through my phone, so I'll be able to see any messages, even if you guys send them. Um, but I'm always gonna check the stream to see if it's good, because sometimes my internet lags, as it tends to do. So basically, this chapter was a lot of Enkidu and Traumarai focus. Basically, um, yeah. So it was basically a lot of Traumarai and Enkidu focus, which was great. The one thing about this chapter that I really liked was, and a point that I want to bring up later while doing this little recap, is that I really like the interactions in this chapter. The interactions are very natural feeling and very like not forced, which I like. Sometimes in a flashback it can seem sometimes forced. I remember sometimes thinking in the Wang Wang flashback, some of the dialogue felt a little forced, especially the Wang Wang dialogue sometimes felt a little forced. Maybe it was supposed to feel that way because of how like his nature, but it felt a little forced in places and stuff like that. But overall, I love the dialogue so far in this flashback. It just seems really natural, very smooth. Doesn't seem like they're saying anything out of character, like too staticky. Yeah, I love this moment where Traumarai just shows off, basically against because he wants to show off to Enkidu like how Shinsu works, and he just annihilates this ancient creature, which is a very good demonstration of his power. But I think I mentioned the last time, I was like, and I think Bonehead also mentioned it in his stream, I was like, why go through all the trouble of sending out your animals if he can just do this like with a wave of his hands? I think it's merely for, I think it's just Traumar's personality to be lazy and hang out with animals. So he's just like, I'm not gonna do this myself, but like he wanted to show off to Enkidu. I thought it was good. I also love something that you can see the clear difference between Traumar's expression. Like now, before he was lonely, before he was very like not enthusiastic about anything. He he was very much like still kind of how you see him in the present, but now you see him smiling in the back. You see him like talking very casually. Something that I mentioned that I liked was that Enkidu never says Lord Traumarai. He always says just Traumarai, and Traumarai doesn't like correct him or anything, or doesn't get angry at that. He sees Enkidu somewhat as like maybe not an equal because of something else we learned, but in this chapter, but more of like a like a type of new companion for him that he can talk. Like this panel, the smirk on his face, it feels so genuine because you never see any of the family heads aside from like Gusting when he's angry or like stuff like that. Like I think Yurin also smiled to Yuri in the flashback that she had in the last station or something, in that little thing where we just saw like half of her face. But you don't really get to see this, especially from Traumarai. And this is what I really wanted this flashback to be, to show us a different side of these characters. And that's it's doing that. You know, all the things that Traumarai and Enkidu did together. He showed them the wider world. Really cool. Again, the Gilgamesh and Enkidu situation always coming back and forth. It's always prevalent, and I like it. Well, I think Traumarai faced a lot of things he could solo easily, so he trained his Pokemons. From the family heads we've seen, who do you would assume to be the youngest? I do kind of agree with Bonehead a little bit that the Traumarai seems to be like, it showed traits of being like the younger or a younger one in the group. But I can also very much see like how that's interesting. They're probably around, I mean, same age in the tower is weird, you know what I mean? But like by appearance. Oh, by appearance. If it's by appearance, actually Blossom. I think Blossom is gonna look very young looking. I think she's gonna be short. I don't think she's gonna be like very tall. I think she might be a very short family head. Because we know that she's supposed to look a little bit like Irure, like the the floating girl from the Hell Train. Uh, it could be a matter of effort. Like I could sprint from room to room, and it wouldn't be difficult, but it makes more sense to walk. Yeah, basically that. And also his again, like somebody like Amir said, um, it could just be like at this point, Traumarai, his animals are definitely able to solo anything that he comes across. So he just might be like, oh, well, I'm not going to exert the effort. Kind of like reminds me of Kendrick Deal, the division commander that always sat on his seat because he's like, I can control animals. I don't need my feet. I don't need to walk around and stuff like that. Reminds me of a lot of that. We saw like we didn't see the administrator, but we saw the process of Traumarai getting Enkidu the what's it called, the immortality, unique immortality contract, and the other one where he can kill anything, right, quote unquote, which very interesting, and I wish to see more of that in the present day. Somebody said that in one of the mobile games, Gus Thing said that Miseng looks similar to Blossom's body type, but I can't confirm since I haven't played them. Oh, that's interesting. I played New World, and I remember getting Great Journeys or something like that, and just playing it a little bit and then uninstalling it because it was a lot. But I always use the art from Great Journeys because it's the art for that game is great. Great for thumbnails and stuff like that. It just looks really cool. But I think in New World they have a lot of what if things and scenarios. So like maybe I would assume that Blossom would be like the youngest looking family head. I can't imagine Hendelock looking young. I can't imagine because we already seen like basically like 6 family heads if you want to include Urine in that flashback from Yuri. We already seen a lot of the family heads, so and I don't think many of them look young. The only other one that I can think by age maybe look younger is possibly Arlene Grace. I know she's not a family head, but like like one of the 13 warriors. She might look pretty. She might look younger than the others. That's the only other person. Um, oh, good old Kendrick. Yes, good old Kendrick. I think he's getting ahead in life. Um, but we can't get ahead of ourselves there. Okay. I love. Okay. I heard that there's many different translations of this scene. This is the thing I wanted to talk about with the dialogue that I said in this chapter. This scene where I'm gonna call her Amizu because I like that name. I think Amizu just sounds prettier than I think what was it that Dr. Bonehead and Amy called it, Amuse. I'm like, I guess, but it just sounds more natural to say Amizu. It doesn't really matter. It could be almost anything, right? So I'm just gonna call her Amizu. Yeah. So this interaction with them with Traumarai and Amizu, I liked this interaction very much so, and I know that a lot of people saw it very like mean spirited by Amizu, which I do agree with. I do agree that it's very mean spirited to Enkidu and to all that stuff. And I know that in other translations it wasn't as mean, or it was a little more subtly mean, or something like that, or some stuff like that. But I like the fact that you kind of see that their relationship is kind of hanging on a thread, in my opinion, and that, and also that these things, like how much longer are you going to keep toying with him? Like I said before in my last reaction, she probably, outside of the other family heads, out of all the other companions that they hanged out with, outside of the family heads, like Lusleg, Quadrado, all that stuff, she was probably one of the companions, Amizu, that knew Traumarai the best out of anyone else. So she knows his nature. Like, if if somebody that knows you so well, like a relationship, is saying something like this about you, then you should probably take it to, not maybe not at face value, but like you should consider like what they're saying about it. And yeah, it's just like I thought it was a great conversation, even though this translation is not the best of what it was actually. I do like the little more mean spirited way that it was handled. I don't know. I have not read the other translations, to be fair, because I've been busy. But at the same time, I don't think it was that bad. I've heard some people rag on this scene, uh, because of the translation. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, but that was basically all I wanted to say about that, because I've heard some people complaining about the translation of this scene, which is interesting to me, that they like mess it up or something. But the literal Korean is um I'm well, Haku, you're gonna see my not being able to read side. This is gonna be fun. This is why I want to be an editor. I'm not an English major like Dr. Bonehead, and even he messes up. Um, I'm Mizu. You is typically silent, and I'm also saying Amizu because I have no clue what SAU is going for with her name. Yeah, like you. I think you said you gave a. I remember you commenting Haku on Haku's stream, not Haku, on Dr. Bonehead's stream, saying that you're wrong. The new name for Hana, or like, there's a lot of theories, but like if it's not like another thing going on with the Hana situation, if it's just Yurong, plain and simple, and that's it, then what SAU was going for was a specific name that meant like cremation or fire or something like that, I think he said. So that's what I mean. It's like I don't know what he's going for, like the what it means, the name. So like I'm not I'm not going to, until we get like a full thing, I'm not gonna change what I've been calling her, just because I think it sounds more natural for me to say Amizu. Oh, in this line, she keeps communicating with somebody on the outside. Very clearly because of the I think it's very clearly because of the pendant and the butterfly thing, is that she probably is talking to V and Arlen, right? It's probably that. And uh I don't think it's much. I don't think it's like that, like not obvious that is happening. And I like this scene too, of this interaction as well. uh I like the symbolism of like him changing back to the Jello, and how he's like feels trapped and all that stuff in this toy friend situation, which I don't. Again, I'm in like Dr. Bonehead's side, which I don't think that I don't actually believe that he's a toy friend. I think Enkidu is perceiving that he is a toy friend because he's comparing himself to like the Great 10 family heads, and to like their like closest companions, right? That climbed all the way. Like no matter how long they spent together, like Traumarai won't be able to Traumarai doesn't see it like that. And also like I think the importance of SIU showing the emotions of Traumarai's face, like him smiling and him being like generally trying to show off and all that kind of stuff in front of Enkidu, and hanging out with him, showing him the world. I honestly don't think that Traumarai himself sees him as a toy friend. I think he sees him as a friend, but not as a companion. Like not as like somebody who climbed with him, who has stayed by his side like that. Yeah. Yarang is a Chinese name with the characters of combust, flame, whatever. But it's typically a male name. Yeah, I remember that you said that too. I don't know if SAU is going specifically for that, or if he just wanted a name that sounds like. Yeah, it could be a lot of things. Like whenever I make a character, I in my like the OC videos I do, I always try to, I always just Google, right? I always just Google what's a name that means this, what's a name that means that, and then I see a bunch of different names from different origins. I'm like, okay, which one can I use? And that's basically what I do. SIU's probably has a way more meticulous way of doing it and other stuff, but who knows? It could just be, it could just be because he wanted a name that was very similar to another characters in the family, which makes sense. Um, but just because, um, but yeah, it's weird. So well, let's keep going, I guess. Yeah, basically, I don't want to spend too much time on this chapter because I want to go on to the next one because I'm very excited to read the next one. The party happens. There's a party. Apparently, this party is a party that that is actually the true purpose of this party is a proposal to Amizu from Tramrai, which is something. The final thing I'm probably gonna go on a little rant is that I like what I like about this chapter is that it shows something also that Bone had brought up is that they're not gods yet. Like they're becoming gods. Like they're like it's even prevalent in like the whole battleship design. Like the battleship is not like this huge super aquarium, multiple things. It's not like the whole Lopobia battleship yet. It's not like the most unstoppable fortress in the world. In comparison to what it is now, it's like a floating castle. It's very grand, right? But it's not like like unmovable. Like comparatively to the other one. And I think that very much reflects on the characters of the Tengri families at this point, because this was supposed to be like very soon right after they stopped climbing. They are becoming like the gods of this tower, but they're not the full gods yet. Like this is like Tramrai is doing a proposal. Tramrai is doing all of this party for a proposal. He's something even Gusting I think mentioned later. Like I didn't know he could do this all for this girl. We saw Kun Edwan, amazing. He looks great. This shot looks just like Aguero. It's so funny. We saw Arye Han. But yeah, basically all of like these like them just arguing like they're old friends and all that stuff, and then he kicking him. Like they seem like they're still have that climbing spirit. Like if you put Kun Edwan and Arye Han in the same room today, I don't know if this would be the same thing that they would do. Maybe they would just be a little more stoic, a little more like, hey, maybe Edwan will still crack some jokes at the expense, but I don't know if this would be the same friendly interaction that would happen. They seemed a lot more mellow, and I like how you can definitely tell that. I like how it's not just a carbon copy of the present to the past, because that would be bad. That would be bad writing, honestly, because they're supposed to be not gods yet. So I like that. Hey, sorry I can't stay long, but I'm glad I caught the stream. Hey, no problem, man. It doesn't matter if you can't stay long. You can look back on the stream if you want. Wish you the best, man. I know that you've been supporting me a lot, and thank you for always supporting me. But yeah, I haven't even started the chapter. I'm trying to go through it fast. This is the line. Tramrai, I didn't think he'd have the sense to prepare an event like this for a lady. He has sure grown up a lot. Yeah. So like they're all like all these things that we have seen. I can't stand parties, but I didn't have a choice. I want everyone to know about this. Like he wants all his friends to know about this proposal. That's a very, again, there are things that make them seem like gods, very much so. Like their power, their status, like all these things, they make them seem like gods. But at the end of the day, he still sees all his friends here, and he still wants this to be the case. He still wants everyone to know that he's gonna propose to his love. and that's again a very human thing to want. So I very much like this approach that SIU is taking with this. Yurong meets everyone else. Love the design of. Let me just go back up faster. I love the design of all the family heads, Aryahan, and I like the design of. Your channel gonna pop with the with the new season 2, with the new season soon. I mean, hopefully. Hey, that's a great thought. But like, yeah, I'm just doing this for fun. This channel was made on a whim because I love Tower and God. If it's gonna pop off this channel of mine, that's great. But at the same time, I'm just having fun right now, doing the thing that I really want to do. And yeah, I'm 100% gonna do the season 2 reactions. I'm so excited for that. In a few days, that's gonna happen. Like I think next week or something like that. Or like something like that. Well, I'll probably react to it next week, if the first episode. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Yurong's design is great. That caught me so off guard. The Yurong reveal, the name change, because again, it's been so. We've had this character as just a blog post for so long that it's become fact at this point. That also the wiki changed that name so fast. I remember going to like the wiki to see. I search up John Hana, and the first thing I see is Yan Yurong. I'm like, damn, these guys work fast. Like that was like a day or something. This chapter came out. They probably have some people in the wiki that read ahead, and we're just like itching to like put that in the name in there or something. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think that's everything basically that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, and the announcement that's gonna ruin the party. Apparently, there's gonna be an announcement. What I think my theory of what the announcement is that I think she's going to say to the party that if it is Euron, I mean not Euron, if it is Amizu, I think it's Amizu who's gonna make an announcement. I think her announcement is that she's going to join VNR, like fully bringing it out there. I think she's going to join VNR because she wants to keep climbing the tower. Because I feel like she seems like a character that's very not contempt in her situation right now with Traumarai in his house, because all she does is look out the window, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, obvious. Yeah, one of the knives that drove apart everyone gathered in the party. So that's very interesting wording. Everyone gathered at the party. So like all the family heads are gonna be somewhat involved in this incident, not just Traumarai. It's very interesting. So let's not waste any more time, and let's actually read the next chapter. There we go. Okay. Season 3, Traumarized Pass 3. Okay. There's no like cold opening. There's nothing like there. It just goes straight into it, which scares me. There's no gore warning though, so it might be have no gore, or it might have all the gore in the world. But I don't. If gore happens in this chapter, then I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't think so, but. Okay. Oh. Okay, so they're all sitting around at the table. This is a waiter, or these seems like servants. Who's this? Who's this one with Edwin? Because that's Euron, that's Han. Pope Gusting's not here. Amizu's right there. That's I don't know who that might be. We early in the past before before the time. Yeah, God, it's the past before the Tower got gore warnings. It was just the Wild West. It was just like, we don't know. But even it makes me laugh that even with the gore warnings, we still don't know, because the gore warnings are the most inconsistent things in the world. but it still makes me laugh because of that. But they've been getting more consistent. I remember there were some chapters that was like not consistent at all. Hey, do you remember that one-eyed mechanoid who guarded the eternal spring? Mechanoid. Oh wait. No, let's just keep reading this panel and then. Oh my God! There's a monster guarding the eternal spring. Okay, so that's she's not anyone like important. She's just like a fangirl. She's like, oh my God, uh, I'm dying to hear more about it. So she's just like, I actually do like this because Data Edwan was not a womanizer yet, but we are seeing like the roots of the womanizing Edwan. Maybe he's not fully like he hasn't had like all the wives in the world or something, but like maybe he has like he maybe had like a bunch of girlfriends or something, and stuff like that. So and he has like that kind of charm to him. So yeah. But the mechanoid. I saw something here also about no one knows how to defeat mechanoids and capture a woman's heart like him. Oh, that's Yurong talking, huh? I'm guessing well, it was just called machine people, and I think that was Nen Nen who said that, machine and flower people. And we know the flower kingdoms and the machine kingdoms are a thing that like predate the climb, and that the first men come from flowers in the tower. Like sorry about that. The like Cha is a descendant of the first man. The first man has probably come from flowers, and stuff like that. We know that much. So it was named by somebody who didn't probably know all the history, and these people like the Tengri family leaders probably have met these individuals. We know they met them because of the not the angel, the Icarus little flash thing, and we saw them fighting against a bunch of robots. So maybe this is just their actual name, mechanoids or something. It could just be like or it could just be a name change. It could be like a furry and beastkin situation. We don't know, but I like this little thing. the suave thing. I do wonder how many of these guests are actual members of the climbing team and how many are just filler. This fangirl, I don't think she climbed because she's talking about it like, oh my God, there was a monster guarding the internal spring. Like she like doesn't know that. Like, and we know that she could have been a climbing companion that like went like came in later, a bit after that incident or whatever, because we know like they didn't all like just as soon as they entered the tower they just had like so many companions. They like climbed up and then met companions that stuck with them. So maybe that, but honestly I don't think she was part of the team. I think she was just like a filler like you said. But that's interesting. I don't know. I don't think I do know that a lot of people that climbed the tower with them could be special people, but honestly, maybe not every single one of them were special, like super grand special people. They might have just been more regular, like maybe maybe there's a lot of like rankers today that could beat them. They're not even like top 100 people. They're just people that climbed with them and just might have been there to help them in a certain floor or something like that. That's certainly possible. I also wonder if mechanoid is how they're translating the machine nation's people. Yeah, that is what I was just saying. The machine nation. Oh, the first man did come from flowers and the bay. I don't know if you didn't finish that sentence, but like the the first man I don't remember who said that, or I don't know if it was also Nen that said the first people came from flowers or something. I think she was the first. She was like the first people came from flowers. So the first man probably came from a flower, just like she said. For taking her history to be true. But from everything we've seen, it seems like the Machine Nation existed and all this stuff existed. The Flower Nations existed because of Doan and stuff like that. So like, I'm assuming all these things that she said in that flashback are supposed to be hinting to be true. Um, oh yeah, it was a total beast. The others would have been in big trouble if I had him in there. That seems like such a like a Coon Victor thing to say. Like if any, like again, I don't know if any of you guys here have seen like the D&D Tower Gods, Tower and Gods. But that seems like such a Coon Victor thing to say. Just like a, oh yeah, if I hadn't shown up in the last second, you all would have been toast or something like that. Very boastful. Uh, you bring up the same story whenever we meet. We could have handled it just fine without you. So yeah, that's definitely. So there was a time where Edwan just like saved the team. Well, saved the team. Like Duran was like, we could have beaten it, but we don't know that. We'll see. I really hope we see like this type of flashback, like a multiple chapter flashback of the climb. I really wish we see that at some point, right? There's so much material to work with there. Lord Tromrai, Lord Jihad's palace, reached out to let us know that he won't be coming. Really? He invited Jihad? Well, that makes sense. Tromrai and Jihad apparently talk a lot more than the other family heads talk to Jihad. And apparently they're very close. Tromrai is very loyal to Jihad. He even talks to Jihad in present day, as we saw in the flashback. When SAU came back from the hiatus. Alright. Well, so Jihad Jihad said he couldn't be coming, so that's interesting. Man, I would love to see Jihad interact with. I don't know how Edwan and Jihad's relationship would be at this point, because Edwan was very apparently. Jihad said that Edwan and him weren't on the best terms on the outside, but I don't know if this is when that was the case or was that before. That would have been interesting to see. All right, I was hoping to see him today. Too bad he's too busy. Well, really. Well, yeah, I mean, like this. I love this expression from Tramarai. Just like actually like sighing, like, oh, I wish I could have seen my friend today, but I mean, I know he's busy. He doesn't get out of work until 5, and this thing's gonna stop at 4. You know, like that kind of stuff. That's like, I wanted to see him today, but like, what can he do? He's busy. That kind of stuff. It's just very humanizing to see like the family heads like this, and I like it a lot. I should probably head out there now. Okay. So now he's heading out. There's Lord Tromrai. Creak. Imagine if I do every single sound effect. Oh god. Tromrai, it's been ages. Ah, the man of the hour. Huh? I love the man of the hour. So again, I'm gonna stop saying it because it seems like redundant to say it so many times in every single panel, but it's just like this dialogue just seems like friends just hanging out again, and that's what they are. They're just friends. They're not gods yet. They're just like, the man of the hour, stuff like that. It doesn't. I can't even begin to imagine. I don't even think that current Edwan would say something like that. We don't know current Edwan, but from what we've seen from the other current family heads, I can't imagine a current family head saying, the man of the hour. So weird. You must be that guy Enkidu that we've heard so much about. Yeah, they did hear about him apparently, and they warned Tramarai to stay weary of him. The one that Tramarai takes with him everywhere. Hello. I love how I love Enkidu, man. It's just they give him such a personality, and I love it. And he still has that personality even current day, just more twisted, and I like that very much. So you're a good. Is this Ed one? Yeah. You're a good sport to put up with Tromrai. Does he get on your nerves sometimes? Not at all. Not at all. He's always good to me. Good to you? Ha. Yeah, right. Tromrai, you sure brainwashed him well. Yeah, like, that's the thing. It's that that's another thing that I was talking about with the Amizu situation. It's like when people are like Amizu's being a jerk or something like in that conversation. Even what's it called? Edwan. Edwan's being like that. I mean, he's saying the same exact thing basically. He's like, Trauma, are you sure brainwashed him well? Like, like stuff like that. He's like, they keep talking about Trauma this way because they know like who Trauma is. Anyway, I'll buy you a drink sometimes for all your troubles. Do you mean it? Thank you. Thank you. We have some things to discuss. Could you give us a moment? Oh, right. I suppose you have a lot to catch up on. I'll find something else to do in the meantime. Oh man, you can just see like the pain in his face when he has to leave. Like he can't stay with them when they have the conversation. Oh man. I'm gonna feel bad for Enkidu, but I know something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen that just flips everything on its head. And I wonder what that fully is. Because we know Enkidu killed something. Killed someone or something. And I don't fully know who that may be because that may change how we perceive a lot of the rest of the family. Because it might be Amizu he kills, but like, if it is Amizu, like, I would assume that Amizu was the mom of like, of people like Robodon or people like, you know, like the descendant of all the blonde-haired Lopobias, like Lilial, and Laura and all that stuff. So like, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Wow, I don't know who this is. Wow, you two actually talk to each other. What's gotten into you, Tromrai? I thought you couldn't stand people anymore. Did he stand people before? Was there a moment that he was like, was social? I want to see social Tromrai. You only ever seem to like animals. You're like an animal otaku. Oh wow. An animal otaku. I think, I don't know who that is. It's off screen. I don't think it's Amizu because they say the name. I still can't figure out what he's doing with Amizu. I'm just gonna assume that's Euron or something. I used to wonder if Amizu had a tail. Damn. I was so tempted to check. Oh, that's Gus. This is Gusting. You're going to get yourself in serious trouble. You just don't understand my charm. That's Amizu saying that. Oh, and Enkidu. Man. Enkidu had heard so much about these people every day, but as soon as he saw them in person, he realized something. Unless he can somehow turn back time. Charm? Give me a break. A potty mouth like you, charming? Don't test my patience. Yeah, that's fun. There was no way he could ever be included as an equal in their group. That's the thing, is that Enkidu is looking at it as an equal. Because I'm like, in the back of his head, I'm sure he knows that he can't do anything to Tromrai, or he can't stand shoulder to shoulder with Tromrai. Like fully. Like a thing a thing with the whole Gilgamesh and Enkidu dynamic is that Gilgamesh and Enkidu were equals in every sense of the term. They were equals not only as friends and people that they saw value, but they're also equals in their power, like in their status, in their at least in the, yeah, again, like this is mostly coming from the fate way that I'm looking at it, right? The I only know most of the story because of fate, to be fair. So they're completely equal in power. So basically they became friends because of their power, because Gilgamesh could have just swat him away like a fly, and so they became true equals, not just friends, but like best friends. But this relationship between this Enkidu and Traumarai is not like that at all. Traumarai is way stronger than this Enkidu, and even with his immortality contract, Traumarai can still kill Enkidu whenever he wants, because it's partial immortality, just not not including the family heads. So whenever he wants, Traumarai could get bored of Enkidu and just get rid of him if he steps out of line. So like he's not an equal. That's what I think that's what he wants to be. Not much of as a friend, more as an equal. I guess they could be intertwined at the same time, but like he wants to truly be an equal to Traumarai. In their in their power, yes, and status, no. Gilgamesh is praise king, and Enkidu was a savage from the forest. Yeah. That's true. From status, no. Status, no. What I meant was power when I said status, but their power were equal. The yeah, Enkidu was was a clay beast from the forest that gained sentience. So in status, you're absolutely right. No, he was not. But he was definitely in power, and that's why there were true equals. That's not the same relationship that Traumarai and this Enkidu have. But at the same time, another idea occurred to him. What if I could possess one of them? That's tricky, my friend. You are walking a thin line, man. We don't know how difficult it is for Enkidu to possess somebody. It seems pretty easy, to be honest. It seems very easy for him to possess people. But it seems very unlikely that. But it would seem very unlikely to me that he could be able to possess one of them. That is super dangerous. And like I said just now, Traumarai and him and Enkidu right now are not equal in power. They're just not. Like, and Enkidu, the only people that can kill Enkidu are the family heads. And even if he was somehow able to enter their bodies, we see that it's not completely 100% instant, because we see like who was it? Oh yeah. Goro was getting possessed, and like it took a little bit, not that long, but it took a little bit for him to be fully possessed by Enkidu. And well, first, all the family heads know Shinsu Black Hole Sphere, and Shinsu Black Hole Sphere, they could have just do the same thing. Does anyone remember what Bomb did to like the poison Charlie tried to use against him? He used Shinsu Black Hole Sphere on his arm, that the poison was going like to stop it from spreading. They could probably just do that. Like if he tries to go to the neck, they could see that, and they're just like, boom, Shinsu Black Hole Sphere on my neck. You're not spreading anymore. Blah blah blah. Boom. Maybe it wouldn't work like that, because Enkidu's like, he would stop from spreading, but Enkidu is just like will keep spreading because he's living, not like a poison. You know what I mean? But at the same time, even with that's not an option, I don't think it will be so difficult for him to do that. But that's very interesting. Please tell me more about Amizu's charm. Sorry, I want to keep reading, but I just saw their faces. Amizu and Yoram's face. Be honest with me. Let go. I love this. I love this panel so much. That's so funny. And what if no one found out about it? And that's not both. The thing is that both of these statements individually are hard. Like, even if he pulls this off, this is difficult. Because, like, they know each other. So, like, if they were even a suspicion that it was different, I don't know. That's such a risk. Maybe then, oh no, Enkidu, I could finally be one of them. Enkidu, you're spiraling, man. You're spiraling. You're such, man. The thing is that you know this is gonna end in tragedy because you know someone know what happens in the current day. But it's just like you still are hoping because SIU makes you love these current version of the characters for something bad not to happen. Oh god. It was an extremely bold but tempting idea. Extremely bold is putting it lightly, man. The party started with everyone in good spirits. There were traumatized friends who climbed the tower with him. Although they haven't seen each other in ages, so, well, might be a term of phrase, but it might be definitely, because I'm guessing they didn't start making their battleships until they didn't make the battleships while they were climbing, like their floating castles, while climbing the tower. So they must have started doing that when they stopped climbing. So I'm guessing, like, in the time it took to make those, it's been ages, like quote unquote ages. So yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. The reminiscences. I can't say that. The reminiscences quickly began to pour out of them. Ah, goodness, my poor reading skills are coming into effect. No. And Enkidu found out a little more about them. She looks amazing. Like, the design looks great. It looks so much like Iwa, but at the same time it doesn't. And it could just be the art style, but at the same time it looks distinct enough to not be. That's kind of what I hope when we finally fully see Yurin. I hope she's very similar to Yuri, but not exactly the same. And this gives me a lot of hope that that's going to be the case. The beautiful and elegant Yirang Yan was, in fact, a terrifying person. So that hasn't changed. Apparently, in the blog post, SIU said that, well, now Yirang was one of the most terrifying family heads when angered. So at least that has not changed from the blog post. Apparently she was still a terrifying person in the inside. Although Kun Edwan seemed pleasant and got along well with everyone. I love all these panels we're getting. He had a cold and calculating eye for people. He's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's interesting. That's very interesting because we haven't seen a lot of that from Edwan. So a lot of his cheerfulness and stuff may not be like a front, but he's like, he's the leader of the Kun family. Like, all the Kuns we've seen are like that. They have a cold eye and calculating eye for people and for events and things. Like, they're all smart. Like, all the Kuns are plotting and smart and all that stuff. They're very rare Kuns that are not like that. So, like, it doesn't surprise me that Edwan is also like a very scheming and smart person, but he just kind of hides it with his goofiness. That's very interesting. I would have never thought about that if this panel didn't like say that. That's very interesting. As for Pobadao Gaston, he looks like a gentleman on the outside, but he's very edgy and arrogant. Sorry, he's very. I know I know that's probably not what it's supposed to be saying, like in the actual translation, but that's just very funny. but he's very edgy and arrogant. Everyone calls him a psychopath, yeah? That's what I mean, even he said that everyone called him a four-eyed psychopath. Which, you see a lot of the tiara in him if you get him riled up, I'm guessing. Arya-Han is always by himself. Ooh, he has like a wooden sword and is that like a real sword? I can't really see it. Like, I'm guessing that's a real sword. Like in a sheath. And this is like a wooden sword. It's difficult to get to know him. As Tromrai's friends and various guests mingled, the party got off to a smooth start. Yeah, like this is the thing that Haku is probably talking about. Are all these people dancing and the guests of the party, are these people like companions of him? Like, are these like an Emizu and a Lustlek? That's, if they are, that's very interesting. If they're not, that's weird. It's weird, but at the same time, who knows? It might have just been like a big invitation throughout a lot of people, and maybe a lot of them were companions, and a lot of others, and there are others that are just filler, like Haku said. So maybe, who knows? But like, I don't know. Whoa, Heite. Next up, Lord Tromrai and Heite will perform an infernal fireworks show. That's so cool, seeing Tromrai use Heite. That's so cool. Because Kieran's not born yet. Tromrai has all the creatures. I mean, even now he technically still has them, but like not with him all the time. Like Tromrai could always take back control from any of the creatures he has. I love Heite's design. It's so cool. Such a cool way of drawing him. And the fire, I love the stylized fire that he used. Kaboom. Kapow. It's kapow. It's kapow, you guys. Not a kaboom. It's not that. It's not that violent. The entertainment was dazzling. The atmosphere was so sweet and happy. It truly was the greatest party. And then the moment came. I got it, Tromrai. For the party's grand finale. I really do like their change of outfits. It's really cool. I really like the shirt, Enkidu's shirt, and I love the blue, the light blue for Tromrai, contrasting with his green hair. Really pleasant to colors. This is one of the gifts you received today. Oh, they got wedding gifts? That's cute. They got like, well, I guess no one knows that this is gonna be there's not even a wedding. No one knew this was gonna be a proposal party, so I'm guessing it's just like homecoming gifts for like the new house or whatever. So like, yeah. I thought the ring would look pretty inside it. What do you think? Is this some kind of bouquet? I don't really like that ornament. It's cool. I mean, it's like glass flowers or something. It has a neat design. The ring falls out if you turn it upside down like this. Oh, that's cool. That's it. It's like pulled on a string. That's yay. Good Enkidu. That's a really, man. Enkidu coming in clutch with the assist. He's the best wingman of the tower, 100%. She's going to love it. I love how he, even if he doesn't like Amizu, he's excited for Tromrai. He's so excited for Tromrai, and he's like, she's going to love it. I bet she'll be speechless when you hand it to her. Wow, that is This is the first shot we get like a full thing. It really is an elegant ring. That's a lot of jewels. Jeez. It's not symmetrical. Oh no, it is symmetrical. But it just, well, it's not. I guess that wouldn't be true symmetry. I sound like Death the Kid from Soul Eater. But it's because this goes here, like in this side, and this. I was saying like this is not here, or like where here would be like. Yeah. So I guess it's in some way it's like that. That's weird. Mic check 1 2. Hello everyone. Are you enjoying the party? Are you all enjoying the party? I wonder who this is. Is this somebody we know or is this someone new? Let's see. He was like, well, I'm not gonna. Never mind. It just. It seemed like I was gonna say these are lips. These are very lips, but also we've seen Bomb with these lips, so I was not gonna judge too quickly. I don't want to spoil the fun, but this seemed like the right moment to make an announcement. Oh, okay, so now she's making the announcement. Okay, I'm not gonna divulge from what I said before. I have other ideas of what it could be, but I think it's going to be something like that. I think it's going to be like I'm joining V and Arlene, or something like that. I'm going to join up with V and Arlene. Oh goodness. Hey Amazu, is she going to sing a song or something? You're so pretty, Amazu. Amizu. It's not Amizu, but it's I say Amizu. There you go. Amazu makes me remind me of Amazon. Amizu. First of all, I would like to thank you all for coming today. We risked our lives to climb this tower together. It means so much to me to be reunited with you all. It was a long and difficult journey to reach this point. There were many miracles along the way, and moments when we feared the worst. That I don't know why, but that line really reminded me. The moments we feared the worst. I know that means like they thought some people were gonna die, or like they couldn't make it out of the situation. But I don't know why that line reminded me so much of the line where Trauma and Gustin were having that talk, and like with the Jihad bracelet and all that stuff, and he said this bracelet connects us to the things that we were afraid of while we were climbing the tower. That I think that's something like he said. I don't remember the full statement of that, but I think that was something that he like said. I don't even begin to measure up to your greatness, but I was proud to have been able to help you on your noble quest. Who's this girl? And they might just be like, again, they might just be like looking at Edwan, be like, ooh, Edwan. Just they're trying to be lucky tonight, basically, if you want to swing at it another way. I really cherish every moment that we spent together. However, we've changed a great deal. I think this is what I was theorizing about. It's difficult to say what exactly has changed about us, but we definitely have changed. This is a very unique bird. Is this one of Amizu's birds? Because we know that specifically her, she uses birds or something. She's like an anima or whatever, apparently, or something like that. Like the whole thing that she's communicating with birds on the outside, is this like one of her birds? I do remember Dr. Bonehead thing. I do remember him saying like, what was it? Yeah. Like one of their theories about what could happen is that like V and Arlen actually crashed the party, which would be insane. I don't think that's gonna happen. But imagine if this is like her bird and they just like Fug, or like before Fug was the thing, like that organization comes here to like maybe not, I don't know if ruin the party, but like maybe make a statement or something, like a statement of war. That would be crazy. Uh, I suppose we're no longer as ambitious as before. We chose comfort and stability over adventure. Those of our, bit my, I bit my mouth. Those of our friends who refused to accept that left. Yep, she's talking about Viet Ireland. Dude, Gusting, stop smoking at the party, man. And we began to shun them for that. You're all such good people, but I can't say I like everything about you anymore. Wow. Also, who's this? They're glowing. So like, wait, is this? Oh my goodness! I just got like a crazy thing because they're clearly glowing. Like, I know you guys can't probably see it, but like these characters here are not glowing. This might just be a way to highlight them. But I'm gonna go back to Edwan. Like Edwan is just 100% glowing. Like all the family heads and all the 13 warriors, it's very prevalent thing that's been happening a lot to all the 13 warriors. Like like Amizu kind of has a glow to her, but like their glow is, for me at least, is a lot more prominent. So maybe, like, I always thought of it as this glow effect that they have around their bodies. It's like a thing of the 13 warriors, like either their power or like their contract of immortality or something. Like, this is what it is. Just to like emphasize it, as always present. And this character has exactly the same thing that I've been talking about with all the others. So I don't know. I can't see if that's a guy. I mean, it looks that the way the trench coat is. I mean, it could be a guy or a girl. What if that was Arlene, bro? If that's Arlene, because of that, I don't even know if I fully believe it, but like that'd be crazy if that's Arlene or V or someone like this, like, because it's completely highlighted. Like they're definitely, even if that was not the case, that it's not like a signifier that it's somebody like the 13 warrior, somebody from the 13 warriors. This is definitely a character that's being highlighted, because I noticed it immediately compared to all these others, not just because of the fit, but just because of like the glow around them. It's 100% like highlighting it. Okay, well, let's just keep going. I'm gonna go on a tangent if I keep going, because I don't know if I'm ready to read what's happening next. This isn't anyone's fault. It's just unfortunate that things turned out this way. And it pains me to say this, but I no longer like you as you are. And I thought this was gonna be a topic of a thing, because I was thinking about like, why would Emizu leave Traumarai? It could either be the relationship from the start wasn't a good one, like wasn't that well received and that tight to begin with, or their relationship was tight, but when they stopped climbing the tower and when all these things started happening, and when they were putting themselves as like gods instead of like adventurers, then Emizu didn't want to associate with Traumarai anymore, or didn't wanted to slowly shift away from Traumarai and no longer, like she says, but I no longer like you as you are. Like, she liked Traumarai, and maybe deep down she still somewhat does, but as he is now, as they are now, she doesn't anymore. I have to admit, seeing you again today did make me question my decision briefly. He's stepping. Is that Trauma? Yeah, because you can see the blue. He's stepping up to her with the bouquet, like the glass bouquet. But I've already made up my mind, and I liked you all to know. As of this moment, I love this. I like this panel. Again, I've said it like last reaction. Her face is very different from any other face we have seen in Tower God. To me, at least. But it's not a bad face. It's just different type of art way that they're drawing her face. But this panel is gorgeous. I like this panel a lot. I'm leaving you and this house. Wow. Oh shoot. Oh. Oh wow. That's the announcement. It's not even. It might still be the whole V and Arlene thing, but she didn't say that. She just said, "I'm leaving." Well, I don't know if this is the end of the thing, but that it's just so simple. It's like, I'm leaving you and this house. Wow. What? What are you talking about, Amizu? Traumarai. You heard me right. I'm sorry. The truth is, I've been waiting to leave for a long time, but I thought I should stay with you at least until the house was finished. Wow. So I think the second thing that I said before was more of the thing is that she does like Traumarai, but she doesn't like the way he is now. And just from this statement that she was been waiting to leave, so she was already, ever since probably they stopped climbing the tower and they made that decision, and like they shunned the people that left. She's been waiting to leave, but because of how much she probably cares for Traumarai, she at least wanted to wait until the house was finished. Wow. I wonder how people. I don't know what my thoughts about the decision for her is good. I mean, I think the decision is good. Like that if she thinks that this is right, and this is how she truly feels, even after she saw them again, if this is her ultimate decision, I think that's right for her. But I personally don't know if I agree with the way she went along with it and did it. Like I don't know if making a show out of it is correct, but I don't know. I really don't know. Because it's less. I don't know if she wanted to make it. I don't know if she wanted to make it into a show, but it's more of like making the announcement. Like, it's an announcement, like making the announcement that I'm not being here anymore. To kind of like let everyone know, because just like that's like a thing. I don't know. Ooh, that's a rough situation. Goodness. I don't know how I fully feel about that, but let's keep reading. I don't think we should see each other anymore. Traumarai, and the thing slipped from his hands. Oh, wow. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm getting a call from somebody, but I'll be right back. This is very interesting. Oh yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna put it in there. goodness. I don't even know where my thing is. Did I just put it somewhere else? Well, I don't know where the thing went. So I'll look for it later. I'm just gonna see if everything works well still. That's the first time I'm using that. Yeah, so cool. Everything seems to be working fine. If there's any issues with the statuses, like not the thing, just like the sound or stuff, just tell me. But I think it should be the same. I didn't change any of the settings. Sorry about that. I got a call that I couldn't ignore. So yeah, I think that's fine. I think we got some. Let me read some comments before we keep reading, I guess. From Haku said, yeah, they're the friends or and the various guests. Lol. Yeah. SIU feels inconsistent with it, sadly. With what? I don't remember what I was talking about when you said that. Sorry. So I don't know if it means anything or not. If you just want to clarify what you're talking, because I'm sorry, I spaced out. I got the call and I'm like, completely forgot what I was talking about. The light around the characters. Oh, that's true. It does seem a little inconsistent. It could mean nothing. It could be something. But I think even if it was not the thing that I said, like about the family head, I still think that it was a much more, because even if the other characters had some glow around them, it was still much more of a it's still more visible in that character. So I think it's still, no matter who they are, I think it's still supposed to be a very important, like, hey, we're highlighting this character here. So it might not be Arlene or somebody like that. It's just a crack theory of mine, but it could definitely be something. Yo, does it grip? I don't grip what? I'm scared to ask. I'm not even scared to ask. I'm more curious to ask. I need to see. That's why I was scared to ask. I okay. Okay. Uh God. Okay. I'm gonna gonna swiftly move along from that statement. Okay. Cool. You see. Okay. Before this chat becomes a different type of chat. Let's keep it rolling, guys. let's keep the train rolling. All right. Cool. All right. Okay. So it slipped. The thing slipped. Trauma. I mean, the thing looks beautiful. I don't know what trauma I was talking about. The thing looks really, really cool. The ornament. And that was the end of the party. In the blink of an eye, the bright lights were turned off. It shatters in the ground, probably with the ring still there. The chatter in the banquet hall faded to silence. Many people quietly slipped away from the floating castle without even saying goodbye. And Traumarai was left with only his closest friends. Wow. Does that mean even Amizu already left? Traumarai! Open the door. Hamizu hasn't left yet. Yeah, well, and that just answered my question straight away. Hamizu hasn't left yet. She's probably planning on going tonight. You can't let her leave like this. Oh, now he's in the position he's always in. Now he's in the position he's always in present day. That's a great. That's great. I like that. That he did that. So bad. Not the stream. This comment or whatever mid read Steel Baron. Yo, if I ever read a JoJo part, I need to be high. I'm sorry. That's the only way I'm reading a JoJo part. Like, that's you can convince me to read so many more other things than Steel Baron. That's I'm not saying JoJo's bad. JoJo's amazing series. But I wait for the anime to come out in JoJo's, because I mean, like, I tried reading part 9, I think. Was it part 9 or 8? Whichever one it was. I think it was 8. No, it was 8, because Steel Baron was 7. Yeah. So I read a little bit of part 8, and I just could not. Man, it's peak. No. JoJo is good. It's good. I'm not saying JoJo's bad. Don't come at me with pitchforks, alright? The JoJo's great. I like JoJo a lot. Nothing against JoJo. And I know that Steel Baron is one of the people's favorites. But to read it is a different story, my friend. I normally read all my manga. I mean, I read every series that I read. My favorite series being like Blue Lock, One Piece, all that kind of stuff. I don't wait for the anime to come out. I just read it ahead because I'm impatient and very impatient. Right? But I tried with JoJo. I could not. It's sorry, man. It's just I don't know if it's my brain. Yeah, I know. Look, some of my friends did read part 7, and they told me it was like the best JoJo part, and so I can't wait for it to get animated. But I'm not reading it. I'm sorry, bro. That's just me. Sorry. Okay. Let's keep going. I bet she sided with someone on the outside. Hey, step aside. We're going in there. Lord Gusting. Traumarai won't open the door no matter what I say. I know. I'm sure he's very upset. So please, get out of the way. Okay. I'll go in with you. Okay. Sorry, but there's nothing you can do to help Traumarai right now. You don't know anything about their relationship. This is no place for an outsider. That's gonna cut Enkidu deep. The whole thing about Enkidu right now is literally the whole inferiority he feels to all the other raid family heads and all the true Traumarai friends. That line's gonna sting for him. You would only make things worse. Now step aside. Hey Traumarai, I'm coming in. Wait. Oh, wait. That's probably Enkidu. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Gustin just clamors the door. You pathetic fool. What's wrong with you? Damn, Gustin. Glad you're here to help. I mean, I guess this is way of helping, but damn. Imagine going up to your friend, somebody breaks up with them, and then like in front of in like a whole concert, and then just being like sad in your room, and then your friend kicks down your door and is like, "You pathetic fool. Why do you always act like such a baby when something goes wrong? I just want to be alone. Mind your own business and get out of my house." I came all this way because of you, and now you're telling me to leave. That's no way to treat your guests. I don't want any guests, so piss off. Yeah, you just see the shadow casting on Enkidu. He can't even enter the room, even if the doors open it now. What is happening, I did not understand, not gonna lie. Dang, throw hands at this point. I'm strapped. I don't know. What's going on? This is a flashback to the these guys are like the what a weird time to get into a Tower God stream. to not know what's going on in the current chapters, but yeah, these are the current these are the past 10 great family heads, which are the gods of the tower. Basically, that's what we're reading, Tower God. So yeah, but this is like before they were fully the rulers and all that stuff. So it's weird. It's a lot of stuff to explain if you do not know what's going on. I hate to break it to you, but I'll be here for a whole week like we planned. So you better feed me at least. I don't have any food to give you. Why don't you go and choke to death on one of your beloved cigarettes? I wouldn't mind some Tabasco if you got some. Damn, Trump, you damn Gusting. I mean, we know Gusting is just like a content smoker, but it's like a chain smoker at this point. I know, like, he's basically immortal, but at the same time, like, damn. He's like, I wouldn't mind some if you have some. Tower God is a manga. It's a you can find it on Webtoons. It's a great manga. It's if you like anything with good world building, it's a great read. Would recommend. I got into it by reading the anime. Watching the anime. Season one came out like a while ago, and season 2 is coming out like next week. It skips some beats, but from the original webtoon. But I would recommend for you to read it. I mean, watch the anime first, and then fall in love with the characters, then get into the webtoon. The webtoon's like, well, you can read it on the title of the stream how many chapters there are of the webtoon. Right, but so it's a Korean manga basically. So yeah, that's basically it. Without context, the nerd broke into. That's true. That's very true. Without context, this is very weird. But you know, get into it if you want to get into it. It's really good, and then you can come back to another stream and then just join us, like fully like enjoy what's happening here. It's a real good story, a lot of setup, a lot of things. You'll get very immersed into it. The dialogue sounds like it came from a clogged toilet. It's fine. I honestly, I'm not gonna turn this into a thing, but bro, the dialogue in JoJo, that's okay, bet I'll be back. Yeah, I'll come back. Yeah, cool. The dialogue in JoJo that's a crazy thing to compare something to. Although JoJo again peak, but that's crazy to say. Enkidu couldn't enter the room where Tromrai was. Stop bothering me and get lost. Edwin Edwin's so happy. I don't know if he's already drunk, but he has this beer in his hand and he's just like coming in, or wine, whatever. He's darting it. Hey, I want to see Loverboy's face without after getting dropped like a rock by his first girlfriend. Damn, I never heard that phrase before. Drop like a rock. That's crazy. JoJo dialogue is peak. It's funny. It's definitely hilarious. And if that's what you consider a peak, that's great. But it's definitely funny as shit. Man, that's I've definitely have not laughed. I've definitely have not laughed at a dialogue more than I've laughed at JoJo dialogue, which is saying a lot because I've watched a lot of stuff, which very weird dialogue. But JoJo takes the cake with that dialogue, man. Drumrai's other friends went in without the slightest hesitation, but Enkidu couldn't bring himself to do it. Why are you sitting there looking like a flip phone? Are they? That's a very interesting statement. Are they flip phones in the tower? I know there's pockets. Again, just could be a translation thing. He could just say like a phone, but even then, would there be phone? There's no phones in the tower? At least I think. I don't think we've ever seen a phone inside the tower. Everything communicates through the pocket. Maybe they're from the outs. Maybe the outside has phones. Like, maybe the outside does have a phone. Who knows? And they just like know phones from the outside. That's an interesting idea. But yeah, that's true, Haku. I completely forgot about Emily for a second, and I completely forgot she's a phone. Yeah, that's true. I completely forgot about that. That's weird. For some reason, I've always thought that people didn't have phones in the tower. But I guess they just do in also pockets. I guess they use pockets in the same floor. But people can use phones everywhere. I don't know. It's weird. That's a very good point. Flip phone Trom. Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot about that, Haku. That Emily is on a phone. That's very interesting. Never thought about that just until now, that there are phones in the tower. Even though it's been right in my face this whole time. That's weird, but okay. What do you want? Everyone leave me alone. Tromber's just like, everyone get out of here. I'm grieving right now, and you guys are being assholes. At least you have some sense of shame. Damn. He knew that he didn't have the right to cross the threshold. And Enkidu desperately wanted to earn that right. He wanted to be a part of their group. The more time he spent with Tromrai, the more unimportant everyone else in the tower seemed to him. Perhaps what Enkidu really wanted. Although I do love the glowing eyes effect. Was not only to be Tromrai's friend, but his equal as well. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. He wants to be more than just Tromrai's friend. He wants to be his equal, somebody that doesn't matter if Tromrai lashed out, he could stop that lashing out at any moment. Like Edwan's not afraid of Tromrai getting angry. Gusting's not afraid of Tromrai getting angry or something. They're completely equals. But Enkidu isn't. Enkidu is not that for Tromrai. In other words, maybe he wanted to become one of the 10 Great Family leaders. Cheer up, man. Relationships are always hard. Once you've been dumped and dragged through the mud a few times, you stop caring who you're with. Then the entire phase where you just then you enter a phase where you just want to hook up and have some fun with a bunch of people. That describes you, Edwan, to a T. Person who I think other than the Hendellock family, because of the whole contract, the Kuhn family has the most kids because Edwan's just a womanizer in current day. And eventually you become a soccer pro. I mean, a dating pro like me. Got it? Soccer pro. Oh, is that like a reference to like him and his kids all being named after soccer players? Yeah, that's I forgot about that for a second, but yeah, there a lot of them are named after soccer players, I think. Gee, that's some great advice. I don't know who said that. Who's this? Just realized this guy. I'll be back chat to test his grip after I read all this. Um, good, cool. If you, I hope you like it. I hope you like Tower God. It's a really cool series and a very interesting series. So hope we get into it. Uh, I don't know if you'll know how good my grip is, but you never know. Based on what Emizu said earlier, it sounds like what she wants. It, oh, he's talking. Oh, jeez, I didn't even look at who was talking. Oh wow, he looks weird. Well, I'm not gonna be. He looks like a. He looks like a Star Wars character. Looks like something you see in Star Wars. It sounds like she wants to join Grace and their side. They name drop. Uh, I'm guessing Arlene Grace, because I wouldn't assume that they're talking about. Why would they be talking about lust like here? Yeah, it seems like it. Then if Amizu leaves, does that mean she's our enemy? So this is a companion. So this guy's another companion because he's like in the room and talking to them, all that stuff. I've seen I've seen people jokingly saying to Puri or Quadrado. I said Kiri's mom. Kiri's mom. That's messed up, Haku. I don't even know. I don't. I don't even know if that's biologically possible. Although I don't think this is biologically possible either. So who knows? um, Tupari. I take offense to the Tupari statement. My, my, my boy, my boys. No, it's this way in the camera. It's flipped for me. My what's happening right now? It's there. There you go. You have to point over there. My boy Zeke, Tupari Zeke is right here. I would take offense to that. To the Tupari thing. Quadrado, that's interesting too. We don't know how Quadrado is. Quadrado could be like not a humanoid. Well, he could be. This is humanoid. You know what I mean? Like not like them. He could be like a type of monster, type of humanoid. I say father of the guys with the eyes around their head from the second floor. Right. Wow. Like the Dons or something like that. That's their clan name. Like the that's interesting. Yeah. That's an interesting theory. Great father. If she sides with them, we can't associate with her anymore. There are no exceptions. Wow, they really just cut off. Man, I mean, we know that, but like, they're just like, again, this is before the ancient war between Arlene, Grace, and V. I'm assuming this is before that. V and Arlene Grace against the Ten Great Families. So, but even if they just associate with them, they can't even associate with her anymore because of that. That's crazy. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Tromrai? Is this how you want things to end with Amisu? Didn't you pour that Didn't you pour that out for him? Why are you drinking it? Because he didn't touch it. Now that think about Edwan, we know he's He's very into his alcohol and grapes. I mean, grapes are alcohol is made with grapes. Some of them is anyway. I just want I just want to keep her here. Mm. Well, that statement. Uh, I was gonna say what it's a very human statement, but at the same time, it's like a like a 911 statement actually. Now that I think about it, let me see. And then let's get her to stay. There's nothing like memories to keep a girlfriend from leaving. Memories. I love how he just has this. I mean, yeah, it's so casual. It's that. Also, I like his. I like the jumpsuit type of thing he has going on right now. His shirt, his tight shirt. I mean, he was wearing a. If this was underneath his already like 5 layers of clothing he had last time, he had like 2 coats. He had 2 coats, a vest, suit, and like a white shirt. Are you saying this was also underneath his white shirt? Why does he wear so much clothes? I know the Kun family is like known for like stylizing, but damn, bro, you're wearing so many layers of clothes. Yeah, you know, like memories of the good times you had together. That's not a bad idea considering it came from you, Edwan. Humans are sentimental animals. Sentimental animals. Damn, dude. I imagine Blossom and Gustin's relationship must have been great. Their first date was Gustin reading about how to go on a date and Blossom sleeping through the date. Memories of our good times together. I think there were some good times, but I can't remember anymore. I remember what happened, but all the emotions I felt at the time are gone now. Really? Does that mean like, is that like metaphorically, or did he actually already, did they already get rid of some of their memories? That's very interesting. That's super interesting. Cause I know they got rid of the memories of when they stopped climbing, but did they already do that? Wow. Well, let's see, pretty. Do you got? Yeah. So he does mean that. Means it literally. Like they already got some of his memories away. Do you guys remember those emotions? I mean, not really. Huh. You know, maybe Yamazu's right. Ever since we lost our memories of that day, we've changed. So yeah, they lost the memories of the day that presumably the day they stopped climbing, of why they did. But that's also what we wanted, right? Isn't it? That's right. Our individual memories don't matter so much anymore. You're not gonna be saying that in like current day. You're definitely you definitely don't say that anymore, Gusting. That's all you want right now. Your memories back. But damn. Because we know that this is from the book of Gusting's book. This flashback is presumably is from Gusting's book. Of what happened this event that he wants to remember. So we know. So it may have been like the storage mechanism for their memories is just one thing. Like Leviathan, does that mean Leviathan is already a thing? Because Leviathan is the thing he fed the memories to. Tromrai, not Gusting. Gusting, the way he got rid of his memories is by putting them in the book. I'm guessing the story of the book is not only this flashback, but all of the memories that he deleted. Like, that he stored in the book. I'm guessing he doesn't have different books for all the different memories he's stored away. So I'm guessing after he gets this book, we might only see this flashback, but he might have learned everything, that of all the reasons that all the memories that he didn't that he locked away in that book. So, but that also implies if they all use a different storage method to get rid of their memories, that Leviathan is already a thing. Leviathan has already been created to store away traumatized memories of that day. That's also very interesting, like that statement from Edwan. But this is also what we wanted, isn't it? Like if you were to like if somebody were to erase their memories or like store them away somewhere, you would be like contempt, but at the same time, I would assume like you would also be thinking like, I store them away for a reason. Like, how bad must have something have been to store away my memories of something? So like you'd be curious, but at the same time, the why you don't pursue that curiosity is because like you assume that that's what you wanted. Like you assume that the reason you stored away your memories is because there was a reason to it, and you wouldn't try to do it again. That's super interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was just seeing if I read that. The records that we pass down to our descendants are far more important now, and it's good. It's cool to see Gustang talking about the records, because that's the Popedao family's whole thing. They're the writers of history. They pass down the records of the tower and their history throughout the tower. Like that's their thing. Like a lot of families have their thing, and that's like the thing for the Popedaos. After all, we're going to be this tower's history. That's a great line. We're going to be this tower's history. And they're not wrong. They are the tower's history, basically. Yeah. I remember Jihad saying something about that. Since we're the leaders of the tower now, we have to act accordingly. I love this whole conversation between them. It feels so natural, at the same time so like disconnected, because now we know, because they did lock away their memories. So he said that we need to change ourselves. Tramrai decided to overwrite his forgotten past emotions with what he felt in that moment. He's right. I'm a ruler now. I can't let her leave me. Oh no, this is gonna go south so fast. And what he felt wasn't love, it was possessiveness. Now this begins a thing. Oh god. I just had a thought in my head that I want to say before I lose it. Was this line, and so he said, Jihad. So Jihad said we need to change ourselves. So Jihad said that. Does that imply? It could be up to interpretation, but does that also imply the Tengrid families had the heads wiped away their memories? But does this potentially mean that even Jihad stored away some of his memories to change himself, and maybe that's why he's different than he was when he was climbing the tower? Then when he was climbing the tower, to make himself more like a king and less like an adventurer. That'd be really interesting if Jihad also did the same thing as the family heads, and to change himself, like he said. No matter what it takes, I must have her. I can have whatever I want now. I'm one of the tower's rulers. Yep. Now this is definitely the turning point of Traumarai. Of he fully thinks this now. He fully thinks that this is what he is now. A ruler of the tower. No longer um no long no one can no one can say for him not to do something because he's above everyone else. He's the law of the tower. Like he says to Bomb in the nest, he says, "We are the law and nature of the tower. Everyone must obey." Basically, that's what he said. I'm paraphrasing it, but like that's what he said to Bomb. In the banquet hall after the party ended. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so it's Amizu and Euron talking. Hey. So they're still talking. Wow. They must have been like close friends or like friends because they were definitely like, "Hey, what's up?" Like when they saw each other. Hey, have I told you this story? When I first entered the tower, I'm guessing that means the Inter Tower, because she's probably not an irregular. She's probably not from the outside. That would be interesting. That'd be interesting if some other people came from the outside, but for some reason they're not like fully remembered as irregulars. We don't know, but like I don't think so because she definitely said, I think during her announcement, that she's different from them, and also Jahad said she's a different creature from us. So that implies stuff, right? She probably just means inner tower from the outer one. I was so hungry, but I didn't dare to say a word to anyone because I didn't want to be a burden. But Traumarai noticed, and he gave me something to eat. Here, eat this. Is that a... Well, it could just be any type of like new fish, but it reminded me of the sweet fish from the Hell Train. I think it was the Hell Train not Revolution Road. It was Hell Train Dollar Show. I think it was. You're giving that to me. Yeah, these fish can show you around in the water when they're alive. The fish is just like, get me away from here. Makes me think of this sweet fish too. Yeah. I definitely reminded me of that. I really like the face of the fish here. Like, unhand me, please. But they're a good source of energy if you boil them. They're tasty. Try one. I totally fell for that serious look on his face. Wow. I was not expecting that. You fell for that? That's some strange taste. Really? But don't you find there's something pure and natural about a man like that? Natural? I think you mean wild or untamed. Maybe you got a thing for guys like that. I just thought he was so completely genuine. It was cute. So that's what she liked about him, that he was, even like if this, like again, it's very like straightforward. He's very straightforward. It's very he's very genuine. That's kind of like which also interesting note. Traumarai dived in because he was not wearing this. He was definitely not wearing this before, like just walking around bare chested. He normally, like, I think in the flashback where he was talking about like the library with Gustang or something, he had like a hoodie, a black hoodie and all that stuff. Like we know he was not like a Tarzan dude. So like he definitely jumped, like he took off his clothes, put this on, jumped in and grabbed the fish for her. That's a sweet act. That's a very sweet thing to do. God, look at you. Your eyes are your eyes still glaze over when you talk about him. Why are you why are you leaving if you like him so much? Yeah, like she definitely still likes him. How are you still in touch with him? Grace, I mean, I love the emphasis of Grace, like the different text. Yeah, I guess I've always been on their side. I only stayed here because of Traumarai. Yeah, like you can see her body movements. Her when he was talking, she was talking to Traumarai. She was so less like active. Now she's with her. She's finally said everything she wanted to say. She's talking about all the thing, and now she's like stretching and all that stuff. That's it's definitely a good movement. Um, but I can't keep going like this. I don't feel like I belong with you all and trauma anymore. Oh, but just to be clear, I don't think you're wrong or anything. Yeah, I know, Emizu. I just can't think the same way as you all. I guess it's my natural limitation. I've tried so hard to stay with Traumarai, but I can't do it anymore. We're just so different now. I like how you can still see the pain in that expression. Just like that forced smile. You can still see like very like she doesn't want that to be the case, but it is the case that they're so different now. Maybe we've always been different from each other. Exactly, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is what he wears normally, Traumarai, before the hoodie, the black hoodie with like the like that stuff that he wore in that flashback. Gusting looks exactly Gusting legit looks exactly how he does right now. I see Gusting reminds me of the person that doesn't really change appearances that much. And Yurong looks exactly like Iwa. That's just a shot of Iwa. Alright, cool. That's why I can't be with Trauma. I can't stand to see the way he's changing. Yeah, wow. That's another way I didn't even look at it. Like she has to see the person she loves change and like right in front of her eyes. Amizu. The bird. So this bird was important. I knew it. I was like, this has to be something. There's no way a random shot of a very detailed looking bird just comes out of nowhere. And also looks either it's perspective or this bird is huge. I don't know if it's perspective, but like that's a huge ass bird. Leap. Somebody's leaping from the bird. Like somebody was on top of the bird and they're leaping. Oh crap. Oh, okay. Maybe I was right, but wait, what? I just almost smacked. Oh my goodness. I was smacked in my face with a pop filter. Oh my god, wow. Sorry about that. Maybe I was right that Grace, the Arlen Grace thing, or like the V or Arlene Grace, whatever thing, like they're gonna come, but maybe not during the banquet. Whoa, okay. Yeah, it is somebody. It's looking like they're gonna sneak in. Hello? Hello? Hello, new person to the chat. I would say your name, but I'm deathly afraid of getting it wrong. I'm If you do not know me, I'm horrible with names. I'm the worst with names. So letting you just know. Um. So if you stick around, just know that. uh. Stomp. Dash. This doesn't. Who is this? This is obviously a guy, but who is this? Doesn't look like a. Doesn't look like a. Doesn't look like what we've seen of V. Bro. I. I'm sorry. I'm legit horrible with names. the the I am I'm just bad with names. I know your name. I know your first name is Cindy. The Fraser? Fras. I don't want that's the thing is that I don't want to make it sound like I'm messing it up on purpose or something, even though I know that's not uh English or Spanish. I can do both. I'm both. I'm bilingual. Uh, but definitely lean more towards English. Um, if that's what you were asking, I don't know. I am bilingual. The come from a bilingual family. I so yeah. Okay. Smash. Okay. So I don't know who this guy. I don't know who this character is. Man. I don't know if it's V, but let's see. Smash. Wow. Wow. Who just did that? Like, there wasn't this guy. It's surprised. Who is this? Is this a new character? Or is this like somebody we know, like younger? Who did this? But like, that's a big. All right, they looks like they just like smashed the front of him to stop. But who could this? Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading because they're probably gonna reveal it. Okay, I like the hoodie. I do like the suit they have on. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I just saw the this. I was just looking at this. I did not see. It's Arye Han. Oh my goodness, are we gonna see Arye Han fight? Are we gonna see Arye Han fight? Um, that'd be crazy. Oh my goodness. Uh, whoever this is, well, maybe it might, depending on who it is, it might not be much of a fight. Um, all right. Um, damn. Yeah. I don't. Long time no see. Wait a minute. Wait. Yeah, it's Marcia Lustlek. Marcia looks like in the past. This is Grace Marcia Lustlek. They didn't put the Grace in the name. That's interesting. Um, wait a minute. So we're gonna have Lustlek fighting. Also, he does. Did he look different? Oh, okay, but uh, the yeah, he does look different. I don't know what's different about him, but he does look different. Although obviously he looks younger. That's not what I meant. I mean, there's something weird that I can't remember about him that I think I should. I don't know why. Okay. Arye Han. Wow. That's a really good detailed shot of Arye Han. He doesn't have the scar. Oh right. The scar. This thing, yeah. He doesn't have that. And it's a yeah, and his both of his eyes are purple. One of them is not yellow and the other one's purple. I forgot about that. No scar, and he has two purple eyes and one not purple, one gold. Yeah. Yeah, that's wow. I don't know how I missed that. I made an FUG short the other day, and like I still somehow completely forgot that. Yeah, Arye Han looks great in this panel though. I completely forgot about Arye Han because we did not see him like anything from him the entire time. To be continued. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. Wait. We have to sign in. I'll do that later. Sorry. I'm not even signed into what Webtoons right now. I think I forgot to. But yeah, wow. Wow, that's a crazy cliffhanger. Arye Han versus Leslick. Man, Leslick's going to the ringer. At least from the story, from the fights we have seen. First Mazino, and now Arye Han. Like, at this point, Arye Han is the second strongest in the entire tower. Right behind Jihad. And like outside of administrators and guardians and all that, slash guardians. This current day, he should be the second strongest person. So in current day, Lustig fought the number 4th strongest person in the tower history, and now in the past he's facing the second strongest in the tower's history, which is really number 5th in current tower history. Oh my goodness, I hope we don't cut away and we see this, because I don't know how capable. I like this because we have no idea how capable Lustig from right now. This Lustig is. We don't know. Well, we always know that Arye Han's gonna be busted, but it looks like he's using the wooden sword. He used that wooden sword, or like that. It's definitely not one of his main swords, to just slice, do the massive slice. But Lustig was able to evade it. That's very interesting. Okay. I love Arye Han's. I like Arye Han's design. It's like much more. Obviously, like the shirt and the clothing he's wearing is not a. Is probably not what he's probably wearing current day, and also like we've seen certain clothes that he's worn in current day, like the kimonos that he wore in Joaquin's flashback and all that stuff. But like he definitely seems like just like a purer version of Joaquin, or of White, which is oddly more terrifying, just like a pure white version of him, which is kind of what I assumed him to be like. Damn. It's great. It's weird to say a more pure white version of White, but yeah, that's exactly what it's like. All right. All right. So overall, that was a crazy chapter. So many things. Again, a very. I think because I think these chapters are set up obviously, for like the big event that's supposed to happen in this flashback. But so many things have happened. So many things happen in this chapter. So many reveals. So many things. But at the same time, it's more. It's the thing. It's the dialogue. It's the dialogue in this chapter. Upgraded white. It's bright, bright light white. Um, but no, it's yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. It's so cool to see all these family heads, even if it's only like half of them. We still we still are like looking forward to seeing all the other ones, but at the same time, it's so crazy to see all this and their interactions and like how they're different is really cool and really crazy, and it's just really again. It's just the dialogue, the 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 conversations they're having, the type of conversations, the things, all that stuff is great and amazing, and I just think it's very good. I just yeah, it's like that, like the interactions, what happened, the events, the announcement, because the announcement was less of like the friendship of Zahard's team feels realer than Bomb's team's friendship was since season two. That's very much true. Well, of at least Bomb's extended team, I would still say that Bomb, Rack, and Kun, like the main characters, right, and Dorsey and other people like that, they're still they're still very like close, and like I would assume these interactions like Shibuzu and Hot and all that kind of people. I would still see these interactions in like even season three. Um, and I'm assuming when he sees his old friends, it would probably still be there. But I know what you mean, Haku. Like his extended team, like a Baro, Sachi, like those things. Like it seemed a lot more like the friendship between Viol and Team Sweet and Sour, like a more like a family type of relationship that they had going on, where they're like very close to each other and all that kind of stuff. So I totally know what you mean. Uh, it does feel more real, definitely 100%. Um, and that's what I like about it. It's that it's not the same carbon copy of the current family heads just plopped into the past. They're definitely different, and that's what I like about this flashback very much so. And now we're gonna see Hon versus Marshall Lustig. Oh my goodness. So Hon's gonna win. Um, we don't know how. We don't know what's gonna happen. I hope we see a extended fight. I don't know how long it would be in a total chapter. I don't think it's gonna be a whole chapter fight or a multiple chapter. Definitely not a multiple chapter fight. It's probably gonna be like maybe like a quarter of a chapter, probably fight, like clash and stuff, and then I don't know, because I think Lustig is there for Amizu, like to get her out of there, or like for her to make that escape, and all that stuff. Which I wonder how Lustig again stacked, because this would kind of solidify where Lustig what it was during his climb with the team, like how strong he was during that climb. Because you could say that now, oh, Lustig had like 20,000 years to train with spells and all that stuff in secret, and for to get revenge, and that's why he's so powerful now, and like one of like the strongest top 20 people in the tower. Um, but I want to see how Lustig is currently, like in this point of the climb, how strong he was. And either way, if he survives the fight with Arya Hon, that's like less like his stocks are going up no matter what. Like it's crazy his fight roster right now. Like SIU's putting him up against a ringer. uh but yeah, Leslie is, I really want to see how Leslie fares, and I want to see if he knows any spells. I wonder if he's gonna use any spells. Maybe he can maybe a way he can get away, so you can make him get away, is by him using the I forgot what it was called in this translation, the webtoon, and I even forgot what it was called in general. It was like white noise, not white noise. The technique he used to get away from Burek, because it was dark charge, bright charge, or something like that. It was basically like when he activates dark charge, it creates this pocket of space that like no one they can't interact with each other. Maybe that's what he's gonna do to get away from him. And if he does have spells at this point, we don't know if he has spells. That could have only been the thing that he learned afterwards. But he may know some spells. Thank you for the chapter. Heading to sleep. Hey man, thank you for staying up so long. I'm gonna head out soon too. Wish you the absolute best, and hope to see you again next weekend, or next week to see you. And probably not only for the chapter reaction, but also I'm gonna do a chapter reaction for the chapter and a reaction for the anime that's coming out. So hope to see you there for both. Wish you a wonderful night. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say actually. I think I'm gonna head out too. Alright. So yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and remember, I'm always here to tell you guys the truth, and if the truth is not fully explained, I'll be here to give you guys my opinion on the truth. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.